Last day of the beta and the message of the day is still broken. Classic. Alright, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to Black Ops Cold War, and welcome back for the last time on this channel to the beta. Sorry I didn't upload nearly as much as I said I was going to this week. I really did mean to record more. Full disclosure, the reason I didn't make more videos is not because I was getting actually that pissed at the beta. It's really, I just had a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'll talk about it in a little bit. But yeah, this is pretty much going to be the last time I wind up playing this beta. The next time I play Cold War is going to be when the game comes out. But real quick, before we get started with this video, if you enjoy this video, leave a like, I really appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content. I'm definitely going to be uploading a ton of this game when it comes out, so if that's something you're interested in, and you want to see me get pissed off for no reason, by all means subscribe. Also, I haven't warmed up at all. This is going to be completely cold. These games are going to be absolutely terrible. I'm calling it right now. But yeah, on the whole, I really did like this beta. I know my last like 2 videos or whatever were a lot of me raging, and completely honestly, I really was getting pretty frustrated there for a while, but again, it was more just, you know, I was really excited the week before because all the sweatiness felt like it was kind of gone and I thought it was going to be fun, and then it wasn't like that, so it was really more just disappointment than anything. But all the sweatiness aside, I really am having fun. This game is definitely a great breath of fresh air from Modern Warfare, if nothing else. I'm excited to play the full game. Hopefully they manage to sort out a lot of the, you know, performance issues and bugs and whatnot. The one thing I do hope they do before the full game comes out is I do hope they buff the snipers a little bit, either in terms of the damage, or I hope the Tundra gets a bit more ADS speed here. But yeah, they either got to give this thing more damage or more ADS speed just to make it worth it over the Pellington, you know what I mean? But even then, I know that's a very, you know, I know that's very like a niche ask, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody really cares about that. I also know a lot of people kind of feel like the sniping's a bit too good, so we'll see what they do. Honestly, I wouldn't be terribly mad if they leave it where it's at, because like part of my problem is I'm struggling to learn the shot here because I haven't really played like a proper sniping Call of Duty in a while. Proper sniping meaning like, I guess the way it used to feel. This game definitely feels a lot more like older CODs with the sniping. Modern Warfare was kind of like its own beast, so in learning the shot for that game, it almost felt like I was learning an entirely different game, you know what I mean? So like once I have access to private lobbies and stuff, I'm definitely just gonna sit in a bot match for like an hour, hour and a half and just force myself to learn the shot really well. And then hopefully after that, I'll be able to figure this out. I'm sure I'm gonna be fine. So anyway, in terms of the stuff I've had going on the last couple of days, it was a combination of like school-related shit and then just life-related shit. So like, as I mentioned before, I need to clear out my entire basement pretty much because I have contractors coming in to try and do some work on it basically. Oh my no-scopes never hit when I need them. But yeah, so essentially this whole like basement project wound up taking a lot longer than I thought, because we just have stuff sitting down here from like years ago that we just never bothered to clean out. I'm sure everybody who like lives in a somewhat permanent place has that to a degree, but basically we just had a lot of stuff to go through, a lot of stuff to sort out. And I'm done now. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just recording this video real quick, and then basically right after I finish recording this video, I'm gonna kind of like break down my whole setup here and take all of that out as well. My original plan was to record like a whole bunch of videos, or like a video on this and then like a video on something else, but it's almost 2 a.m. at this point. I'm probably just gonna record this, maybe play a little bit more and then hop off. Because I also found out apparently this whole thing's gonna take a lot less time than I thought it was going to. So like theoretically, I should be back to recording next weekend. I haven't uploaded the last video I recorded yet, so if I upload the video I recorded last on like Monday, and then I upload this video on Wednesday, then theoretically I should be good to go, because I should be able to go back to recording on like Friday or Saturday, and there won't be really like too much of a content gap. Actually, speaking of content, what I'm probably going to be doing going forward is, for the next week or two, I'm probably only going to be uploading other games from Call of Duty. Fuck. Just because we're so close to Black Ops Cold War, honestly, I really don't want to play Modern Warfare anymore. At some point, I'm gonna record like one last video on the game just as like a final send-off and shit. But then once I'm done with that, I'm probably not gonna play anymore. I went 3 kills positive in my first game. I genuinely did not anticipate that. Usually if I play without warming up, I'm terrible. But yeah, I really am gonna miss this beta. I did have a lot of fun playing it, outside of recording those 2 videos where I was just like raging my fucking face off. This game really does feel fun, man. I got a good feeling feeling about this year. My only hope is that the community gives it a chance. I know some people have been saying like, oh, I'm just gonna stick to Warzone, or like, maybe I'll play for a month and then go back to Modern Warfare. I really hope people give it a better chance than that. Just because, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a community of people that play this game no matter what. I'd just like that community to be as big as possible. Yeah, I don't want this game to be dead on arrival or anything and then everyone goes back to Warzone. Which, by the way, I still don't understand how that's supposed to go with this game at all. Like, I'm actually so confused about how that whole setup is supposed to be working. So speaking of some of the other stuff that stopped me from like recording as much as I wanted to, this is actually pretty funny. I'll try and like edit in some footage if I can record it off my computer. Basically, for one of my classes, the entire course is basically just, hey, go make a video game, whatever that means to you, right? And basically the project that I picked, I wanted to make like a 2D platformer game, kind of in the style of this game called Icy Tower that I used to play when I was a kid. Honestly, depending on how old whoever's watching this is, that might be way before your time. That game came out in like 2001 or something like that. Basically, Icy Tower was this game where it was like a platformer, but you only jumped straight up. Like, you didn't go left to right, you really only just went up. And then the idea was to get to like the highest level you possibly could, right? Now, the game engine in particular that we're using, I'm actually pretty new to it, so I didn't realize that you could actually differentiate between like 3D and 2D games. I thought you would basically just kind of like set the camera to be 2D. Basically, I thought if you wanted to make a 2D side scroller, you basically just set the camera to be 2D and then you made it so the character could only go in like 2 directions or whatever. Basically, I found out today, meaning like the night before my assignment was due, I found out that apparently you can actually create an entire like 2D game and it changes the entire setup of like what you're doing, right? So instead of recording at like 11 o'clock or whatever like I'd planned to today, I actually wound up recording at, 1 a.m. because I spent the last 4 hours completely rebuilding my game from the ground up. And it's gonna be really awkward when I go into class to like show what I've been working on this week, and I basically have the exact same amount of progress as I did last week, except I, completely rebuilt my game. But yeah, this game is so funny. I'll put some footage here if I can like get it. Basically, I'm not an artist, like I'm not good at drawing or anything like that, and I definitely don't know anything about like making sprites or anything for like a 2D game. This is like an 8-bit-ish style game, I guess you could say. So what I basically had to do instead... That's so disgusting. Are you... Alright, I'm leaving. No, I'm not playing in this lobby. I'm not mad, I'm just trying to talk about shit here. I'm not trying to deal with your fucking CDL shenanigans, alright? I'll deal with you later, I don't care. But yeah, so anyway, I have like no experience making sprites or sprite maps or anything for like 2D animation. So basically what my game has become is my character is a little stick figure that I made in Photoshop in like 30 seconds. And then like the blocks that the character jumps on are these like little Minecraft blocks that I also made in Photoshop with these goofy like line tools. And then I have these really badly made bricks where I just like put a bunch of lines on a gray background for like the walls and shit. Like, it looks so bad, but it looks terrible, but it's really funny at the same time. So I'm kind of hoping that quirkiness will help me out. I don't know, I think it's funny. I probably showed some footage on screen if I but yeah, so in terms of what's probably going to be coming next content wise on the channel, now that I'm sort of moving away from Modern Warfare and we're a bit away from Black Ops Cold War, I got some other games lined up that I'm going to play. I'm probably going to lean a bit more into the Let's Play stuff. There's a couple games I may not necessarily do full Let's Plays on, but I'm gonna try making like individual videos on them just to, play them a little bit and see how they are. Because like there's a lot of games that I have just kind of like on the hard drive that I may not necessarily want to play all the way through, but I definitely want to try at least once. Additionally, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter recently, and I don't really know if or how I'd be able to make any content on that, but I'd like to at least try, because I am really enjoying that game. I don't know how I'd do that though. So yeah, that's basically what I'm planning for the next little bit here. Because again, I just don't want to play Modern Warfare anymore. I've got about one more video left in me and then it's over. Especially now, apparently they've nerfed the new sniper, the R700 or whatever it is. Apparently that got nerfed in some way. So now I really just don't want to play anymore. I've got no reason to play. Like, I don't want to level that gun up. I don't want to use it. I don't really want to do much of anything, to be honest. Now, I know I did say I wanted to make a retrospective on Modern Warfare, and honestly I might, but that's probably going to wind up being a post commentary. In part because I already have a gameplay in mind to use for that, and I don't really feel like having to go do a live commentary for that. But also just from a functional perspective for the video, I want to be able to kind of like collect my thoughts, script something out, and like actually talk instead of getting distracted by the gameplay every 2 minutes or whatever. Fuck. Because that's the thing with this Tundra, right? I always feel like I'm right on the brink of hitting something cool and then just... Look... God damn it, man. And then like right there, it just gets ruined by the hit marker. Oh my god, it's a hard knock life, dude. Holy shit. These hit markers are gonna be the death of me though this year, man. That's the one thing I'm not looking forward to. If they don't buff the damage on these snipers, oh, I'm in for a rough year. But yeah, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. I really appreciate it. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content. Like I said, I'm gonna be uploading a couple different games here and there, but then once this game comes out, it's gonna be pretty much all Black Ops Cold War for at least a little bit. But yeah, that's about it, and hopefully, I'll see you in the next one.